In 2007, our Jack joined the world, and over the next 2.5 years, he would amaze us with his incredible coordination. By age 2, every night after dinner, Jack demanded to go to the driving range so he could practice golfing. Jack's sense of determination and humor was present from the beginning. By his 3rd birthday, Jack started to develop symptoms that were quite different from his norm. Unable to walk, severe pain, sensory overload, and a total loss of coordination led us to an exhaustive search for a diagnosis. This was an exceedingly rare and life-threatening pediatric disease, chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyradicular neuropathy. This disease would prove to be as awful as it sounds, affecting every nerve throughout his entire body. Over the course of the next 13 years, Jack would be subjected to an inconceivable number of hospital tests and stays, weekly drug infusions, surgeries, physical and occupational therapy, and weekly, sometimes daily for years, medical intervention. Jack's younger brother Mason also had unrelated medical issues that had both of them traveling across the country for significant medical help of their rare diseases. Despite our efforts as parents, creating vacations around trips to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota several times a year, Boston Children's Hospital, and weekly for our local 2 hospitals in Michigan, this just wasn't enough to push the joy required to move forward. Around age 8, Jack's disease took a significant turn for the worse. This was an overwhelmingly upsetting period for Jack and our entire family. Unable to go to school, not able to do normal day-to-day activities or even see at times. We were approached to provide Jack a Make-A-Wish trip and realized this may be the answer. Jack found one source of joy and inspiration during this very dark time on Netflix. At this point, he had difficulty eating, but loved watching food shows, and specifically found who he referred as his new friend, Phil Rosenthal, in his shows, I'll Have What Phil's Having, and Somebody Feed Phil. Phil's energy and positivity for life, travel, food, family, and community was so incredibly impactful that when Jack was asked to pick his top 3 wishes, he could only choose one: meet and have a meal with Phil. Make-A-Wish provided us an opportunity to connect with Phil, who accepted our request. Having something positive to look forward to was the medicine we all needed. Seeing Jack sit next to Phil, hug him, have conversations with him, and experience that day was something that words just cannot describe. It just lit Jack up. Jack made a new friend and would be connected forever. Phil brought one of Jack's favorite actors, Allison Janney, and his beautiful daughter Lily to the Wish Day. Lily ensured that Mason would have every allergy-friendly meal and did everything possible to take care of him and our family. It was incredibly overwhelming in such an emotional way that words do not fit the feelings. The boys would even take their first ride in a limousine. This trip would be the family's first real vacation in years and would provide an opportunity for the entire family to do something not medically related. It transformed the 4 of us, not just Jack. In the months following the wish, Phil was incredibly supportive and gave Jack the support and inspiration to push through. Hospital stays, tests, infusions, many trips to the Mayo Clinic, procedures, surgeries, anything. Jack would have Phil on his iPad and reminisce about that day and experience. This provided a source of hope, joy, inspiration, and positivity in a way that no one could have provided except for this wish granter. We will forever credit Phil with truly saving Jack's life at the worst point possible in his medical journey and giving him the opportunity to feel something positive and look forward to what could lie ahead outside of his daily disease reminders. It is incredibly difficult to understand what a family endures. It is a reminder to share kindness always, as you do not know what someone is going through. As parents, we are private, and we've always tried to keep the boys as positive as possible and just remind ourselves to stay in the middle and focus on the possibilities.
We ask you to join our family this Winterfest and support Make-A-Wish with any donation in any amount possible.
I've continued to fundraise for Make-A-Wish since that day, and it has been incredibly impactful for me to pay it forward and help other kids experience the joy and inspiration I received.
Thank you for your consideration.
Happy
Happy holidays.